Boom. All right, we're live. Thank you guys for coming by. I almost wasn't going to come tonight because I think, like a lot of people that have been following the story, we've been waiting for updates, probably hitting refresh in that huge Facebook group that has over 150,000 members, probably the largest Facebook group that I've been a part of. And so, I don't want to just come on just to come on without having some stuff to really talk about. And so there's a few things we can go over, like the 5 GoFundMe's or some of the drama that's going on in the Facebook group. And also we can debunk something from last night, which even last night here in the live stream, we were kind of saying, like, there's something funny about this. Let's hold off and wait. The guy that they were saying was involved. There was 2 people, actually. There was some other guy, too, that was charged for something else. They said he was involved. And there was another guy named Trevor More. And there was some kind of messed up stuff going on with that because they were saying that was the TikToker's boyfriend. That's his name, which is not his name. And he was being accused of being involved in what happened with Savanah. So, yeah. So I wasn't sure to come on, but I was like, you know what? We'll come on anyway for a little bit. Friday night, kind of later than I usually come on, because I've literally waited all day for something. We can play this before we get into the meat and potatoes, the mess. What's everybody in the chat before we get into the meat and potatoes? Big pun. Raging Cajun, thank you for the membership. Oh, and thank you for all the support with all the videos you guys been like yesterday's live stream. One of the videos, it's at people really liked one of the live streams that did yesterday. It's at 153,000. I was like, damn. And then the one where we talked about the drama last night, 84,000. So that's cool. I appreciate that. If you guys could hit the like button, subscribe if you're not. And oh yeah, 10 to Life did a video today too, which I recommend. Check that out. If you're new to the story, you're trying to get your feet wet, and you're a little confused and all over the place, if you go to 10 to Life, I'll put the link to the video in my description. If you go to 10 to Life, she did a video today, 12 hours ago, where she kind of breaks things down with the story. So if you want to catch up. I also have a playlist with all the live stream coverage that I've done on this story. So definitely check that out. It's in the description. And so yeah, let's check out this video. We'll get warmed up.
It was a heinous act. It was unspeakable, the tragedy of it.
It's a story getting nationwide attention, and tonight we're learning new information on the capital murder case of 18-year-old Savanah Soto and her boyfriend, Matthew Guerra. The couple was found dead with gunshots.
And that's the other thing. Somebody DM'd me on Instagram. They were like, hey, it's not that hard to pronounce Guerra's name right. It's 2 syllables, or not 3 or something. I think I was saying Guerrera. Or what was I saying? Guerrera or something? But I think it's just Guerra.
The couple was found dead with gunshot wounds in their car at a Northwest Side apartment complex on Tuesday. The medical examiner ruling both deaths as homicides. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jay Avila. San Antonio police today provided an update along with new surveillance video showing persons of interest. As News 4 San Antonio's Stephanie Esquivel reports, SAPD is now asking for the public's help to locate 2 people who they say could have something to do with Savanah and Matthew's deaths.
We are hoping that someone is able to identify the individuals that are seen in this video.
And, last night we kind of talked about this. Some people even thought this was like a fake belly. Some people looked into the TikToker's family and found some guy that resembled this. There was also a guy at this, the vigil that somewhat resembled this. And so people were looking into him. I also have an update with the whole situation with Sirena last night. That whole situation with the woman that cooked food. The family took up for her and said that she's been helpful to stop bashing her. So, we'll talk about that in a bit as well.
San Antonio Police Department putting out a plea for the public's help to find the 2 people.
And it's definitely, I agree, it's definitely 3 people in that vehicle. 3 suspects at least. There's one driving the Kia. There's another person, the big guy, coming out of the truck, and there's somebody in that truck handing him or passing or throwing like a towel or something. And it also looked like they were cleaning maybe fingerprints. I don't know if that's what the towels are for, to clean the fingerprints off of the vehicle.
People seen in new video released today. Detectives,
and I'm not sure why the news isn't talking about that. The whole 3-person, like the other person there, you know?
Believe they could be involved in Savanah Soto and Matthew Guerra's deaths.
Detectives are hopeful that surveillance video will lead to the events leading up to their death.
Police believe Savanah and Matthew were already dead when this video was taken. They think the 2 people seen in the footage wiped the car down to get rid of fingerprints before ditching it with Savanah
So already dead.
and Matthew's bodies inside.
Detectives are also combing through social media and cell phone records to determine the last communications with the victims.
The relationship between these persons of interest and victims is still unclear. Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez says when the people responsible are captured, the nature of the crime can result in additional charges because of the young couple's unborn son, Fabian.
Under Texas law, that qualifies an unborn child during any period of gestation is a person.
And I wonder, is there some states where, because of their laws on unborn child, would they not be able to get a type of murder charge? Or does it depend on their law, like how many months along? I was wondering about that. Like, is there some states where, because of the laws, it actually wouldn't be able to get a murder or capital murder?
Under the Texas Penal Code for consideration in deciding whether or not to calculate, for example, more than one person.
District Attorney Gonzalez also hoping these people are found so his office can bring justice for the victims and their families.
That we were going to do everything humanly possible to hold this individual or individuals accountable.
Stephanie Escobar, News 4, San Antonio.
Earlier this evening, friends and family of Savanah Soto gathered for a vigil to honor the 18-year-old and her unborn baby. More than 100 people showed up at Kenwood Park on the north side. As the search for answers continue, the family released balloons and doves as their daughter now joins their 15-year-old son, Ethan, who was killed in a shooting back in 2022.
She is in a better place with her brother, Ethan.
And we're going to talk about Ethan, the brother that got killed. Let's just jump there right now. We're going to hop around a little bit. And we're going to get to this lady as well, because this lady goes to part of the debunking. So we're going to get to her in a bit. But this photo right here and what the post says. Let me download this real quick first so I can zoom it in for you guys. And then I'm going to read you the caption as well. And this is with regards to the brother. So this woman here, Joni, posted and says, my boyfriend Joshua, Savanah's older brother, was arrested when him and my brother-in-laws beat up Ethan's murderer at court. So my boyfriend Joshua, Savanah's older brother, was arrested when him and my brother-in-laws beat Ethan's murderer at court. And we saw that on video, this crazy brawl that happened in the courthouse. He's been in there ever since, and I can't imagine how he has been feeling these past days, being alone in a time like this. I remember the last time he talked to her was on a video call. He goes, "Hi, man, Nicole. How are you, mommy?" And Vanna, or Savanah, I guess that's short for Savanah. Vanna, being 8 months pregnant and extremely reasonably hormonal, she bursted out crying. I hope you know how much he loved you, Vanna. I hope you know how much. I hope you know how he talked about you with love and about how he worried he was. Sorry, I can't read. It's like small letters. How much he loved you and wanted to get closer. We love you so much, Vanna. Josh gonna be real out here to be there to lay our little sis, Vanna, and nephew Fabian to rest. May y'all's name live forever. So this is a picture. Let me zoom it in for you guys. Take a closer look. Right there. Now, that's a thumbnail I was working on. So I guess they got locked up for that situation. was arrested when him and my brother-in-law beat up Ethan's murderer at court. He's been there ever since. All right. And then this is another picture from the same person, right? And you have to pay attention to the timestamp. And a friend of mine sent me this. And so it says here, Savanah Soto, find Savanah. I love you, Mama. Merry Christmas. Get home with baby Fabian, please. I don't know if this is an old picture. Oh, I mean, it was Christmas, so I guess they're celebrating Christmas. You know, I don't know. That's the same person that made that post.
But our lives will never be the same.
Soto's grandmother saying the only thing they want now is justice as they recover from this tragic loss.
Instead of us having this vigil right now, we should be celebrating her birth, the birth of her son. We can't do that anymore. You know, if she suffered, don't know if she suffered. Don't know what her thoughts were. Don't know if she was yelling, if she was screaming. I don't know, and we'll never know. All I want for my granddaughter is justice.
A verified GoFundMe account has now been created to raise money for funerals of Soto and her unborn child. We have the link at our website if you would like to donate. And we will continue to follow.
Okay. We're going to talk about this guy next. And this is not the guy, Trevor More. This is the TikToker's boyfriend, I believe. But they put his picture there, right? It's kind of messed up. Whatever this model fact, not a known media source that I know of, but I figure we need to talk about it and address it because a lot of people have been sharing this out. And so it's only right that if it's wrong, we try to at least put out the correct information kind of combat. I think most people that are logical and have a little bit of discernment, it doesn't take much. But honestly, a lot of people just read titles. A lot of people probably aren't in depth. There's a lot of us that are in depth, like us covering it every day, like people on the Facebook. But there's a lot of people that just watch from the outside and kind of tune in here or there a little bit. They watch a news video, like a video clip. You're not going to get all this information from a news clip, right? A lot of it's coming from the Facebook group. A lot of it's coming from locals. And so somebody not knowing could see this and be like, oh, snap, they caught him. Right? Okay, I'll check out the DM. Thank you, Kitty. Mustard Mama, thank you so much for gifting 10 members. I really appreciate that. You sent a cash app earlier to 100. That was really, really nice of you. Thank you. And Elizabeth Mayer, thank you for the 5 gifts. And if you guys could please hit the like button. It's late night, so if we can get into the algorithm, share out the stream if you could. That would be wonderful. Okay, so this is what the article says, all right? San Antonio, Trevor Moore's arrested for murdering Savanah Soto. Breaking news, right? Authorities have taken a significant step in the ongoing investigation as another name steps in. Kyrie Jeffrey Bruno. Some other sources reveal that's the real culprit. It's Kyrie Jeffrey Bruno and his girlfriend, Annalise Terrazas. That's the TikTok person, and that's the boyfriend. I think it's kind of really messed up too. The way they titled this, it's pretty, yeah. San Antonio Trevor Moore's arrested for murdering Savanah Soto. That's just not true. It's just not true. And so you got to be careful too when you're getting these sources from. I think this guy's name actually might be Kyrie, the TikTok boyfriend, but and let me just show you this before I show you the source of the actual article. So Brittany here in the Facebook group has it right. Okay. Trevor Moore's is not the name of her boyfriend. It is Kyrie Jeffrey Bruno Jr. Please work hard to find factual information. The woman and man everyone is posting saying they're Annalise's parents are not her parents. I don't know who they're talking about. I didn't even see that. I wonder if that's the big guy that she's talking about. Leave that poor man alone. Oh, there she actually pulled up his name and stuff. So that's him. So, I mean, trust me, if that was him, cops would have moved in on him. Like I said yesterday, I think the guy's enjoying the clout he said himself, or the attention he's getting. Not all attention is good, though, but he seems to be enjoying the attention. And like we said yesterday, one of the points of the live stream we did yesterday was to kind of like debunk these bullet shots on that ring cam. because we looked at the timestamp, we looked at the timeline, and it just doesn't make sense to align. It just doesn't. Now, this is the guy, okay? This is the guy, Trevor More, 26 years old. And I understand why people might have thought at first maybe he could have had something to do with it, but let's get into the story with this. Trevor More, 26, is charged with aggravated taking somebody and robbery and 2 other charges. It is really interesting, the crime that this guy did, because it involves a vehicle and like some type of scheme to get into somebody's house. Police have arrested a man who say they faked an injury to get inside a woman's home and then took her against her will and stole her car. So this is like kind of like a cautionary tale for all of us. Like I've talked to my mother about this. Just when somebody comes and knocks on your door and they're like, "Hey, I'm doing blah blah blah, so and so," or how about that Texas viral video? Tell me in the chat if you've seen it, where somebody goes knocking on this guy's door and it's like, "Hey, it's maintenance," and the guy, I think he talks to like the ring thing, and he's like, "I'm not home." It's like, "Oh, we need to get inside." "I'm not home, leave." So the guy's like, "Okay, this guy's not home, so I can come and rob this guy." He starts kicking the door, but the guy was actually home, and he starts busting shots through the door. That type of scheme is not unheard of, you know? Somebody pretending to be, and this woman's probably just trying to do the right thing. Somebody claiming that they're injured. I need help, please, whatever. So she lets this guy in the house. So he's also charged with a felon in possession of a firearm, 3rd-degree felony, and unauthorized use of a vehicle, a state felony. His bond was set at $235,000. Okay, there's no murder charge on here. According to his arrest warrant affidavit, a woman told police that Morse knocked on the door of her home, claiming to have an injury. She said that they had met before, but didn't know each other well. She knew of him by the nickname Trey Rue. Morse told her that he needed to come inside for help, but when she let him in, a second person with a handgun forced his way inside too, the affidavit states. They demanded her car keys, but weren't able to operate the vehicle due to a problem with the vehicle's doors. So they forced her to drive them somewhere with the promise that if she did, they would let her leave after her vehicle, or her leave with her vehicle afterward. The woman followed their orders and drove to multiple locations before they pointed a gun at her and forced her to get out of the car at an apartment complex at Babcock Road and Medical Center. Police later located the woman's car parked in the city's north side with Morse behind the wheel. Morse was behind the wheel. He was arrested without incident. The affidavit states he was armed with a handgun. And court records show Morse faced similar charges before he was released from prison in September after spending more than 4 years behind bars. All right. So that's kind of the story with this, that we can kind of just X this guy off the list. Not that I'm shedding a tear for this guy, right? Like people are accusing, I'm not shedding a tear, but right is right and wrong is wrong, right? Oh, thank you. That was a really nice message. AB says, I've been waiting for this stream all day. Thanks. I don't trust anyone anymore, Grandma says. Yeah, you got to be careful. My mother's turned away a couple of people at her house, knocking, trying to offer services. She won't even open the door. She'll try to talk through the door. This is kind of a nothing post, but I had it open anyway. This was a couple days ago. They said, thoughts, is it disrespectful to the victims and family or simply pertinent to the ongoing investigation and worth pointing out? So she's claiming because they pointed out that, Savannah's boyfriend, Matthew, was on probation for assaulting her. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as part of the story, but, he didn't kill her. It seems like some sort of outside force. It's just kind of part of the story. Now, this is the same guy here. Same information. All right, so let's talk about the GoFundMe's. And the news said that there's one verified GoFundMe, which I think I know which one it is, but there's quite a few GoFundMe's. There's at least 5 that I saw, okay? So this was opened yesterday. It says yesterday. Let me see, hold on. I think it's usually at the bottom or something. Am I blind? Let me refresh it. Okay, created 11 hours ago. Oh, and she's raising some money. So this is Raquel that opened this GoFundMe. Now, if you watch the other streams that I covered with Raquel, Raquel is Matthew's stepmother. Okay, one of the victims' stepmother, Savannah's boyfriend's stepmother. And so she was talking about Matthew's biological mother starting a GoFundMe, not sending funds, that we have life insurance. I think the father had life insurance on Matthew. Don't send money. She also talked about that the biological mother, Matthew's biological mother, was not in his life like that. That like the father had him since like Matthew was 3, and that they got it covered and they're taking care of it. And then I guess today she comes and opens this GoFundMe. And there's also people are kind of going in on her now on Facebook. It's getting kind of tense. It says, we have now started a GoFundMe due to the fact that the funeral expenses will exceed the life insurance coverage amount we had for Matthew Guerra. Let me not screw it up before I get a DM. I think it's Guerra. The payout for some insurance policies could take days, even to a couple of weeks. I don't know how this insurance stuff works. It's probable. Maybe somebody in the chat can tell me. We're now pending clarification of Matthew's insurance to cover his expenses due to it being a homicide. Some insurances may have that clause. Also, unfortunately, my husband's employer, Matthew's father, does not offer paid FMLA, which is some type of medical leave, family medical leave or something. Let me see, FMLA, Family and Medical Leave Act. Okay, so the job will cover it, or bereavement. His father is beyond devastated and crushed. We never expected this outcome from Matthew, Savannah, or our beloved grandson, Fabian. Our family is at a loss with everything. The last thing we wanted to do was ask for assistance during these times. For people that know my husband, he is also the rock of our family and main provider. For those that knew him, he goes above and beyond for us to always make sure his children were taken care of. Our family will never be the same. We will never see Savannah, Matthew, and our grandson walk into our homes as we so anxiously awaited his arrival. All right, so let me see what you guys are saying about this life insurance thing. Yeah, please, if you can hit the like button, thank you. Carly says funeral homes will do funeral and get paid when the insurance comes in. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. If it's a murder, especially, life insurance pays directly to the funeral home. Most insurance takes months to pay out. I don't think there's anything like particularly wrong with them asking. I think there's kind of confusion going on because of so many GoFundMe's now. And they've raised $1,400 out of 20,000. That's the goal here. I think it's kind of confusion a bit. I understand there's 2 families. So, you know, there's Savannah's family and there's Matthew's family. Now, I don't even know who Sabian is. I think that obviously it must be somebody in Matthew's family. So here's another GoFundMe. Now this was created. Oh, it says it right here. Oh, that's the brother. Okay, so this was created 2 days ago. And this is what I say, like, I get that there's some rifts between certain people in the family, but if it was like one united front for each family as far as the GoFundMe's, maybe it'd be less kind of confusion, because now you have this one from the stepmother, and then you have this one from Matthew's older brother. My name is Sabian. I'm Matthew's older brother. My family and I are starting a fundraiser to help raise money for funeral expenses to give Matthew a proper burial and memorial service. Matthew was a loving son, brother, uncle, and loved by many. We ask for anything that can be donated so we can lay him to rest. If you're unable to donate, please share and repost, please. We continue to ask for prayers, strength, and healing to our family in this difficult time. Okay, and what I'll do at the end of this live stream is I'll plug the GoFundMe's. I'll plug the GoFundMe's in the description. You can make your choice as to, you know, where you want to donate. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to like distract, but I will plug these in. So if you're wondering where you can find it, or if you want to read it for yourself, you want to do your own research, I'll plug in the GoFundMe's. And then there's this one. Now, this is the one that I think the media was talking about. That was the verified GoFundMe. And this one is for Savanah and baby Fabian. This is the organizer, Cindy Martinez. They've raised $13,800 out of $20,000. So they're doing good on their fundraising. Let's see. On December 26, 2023, the tragic passing of Savanah and baby Fabian has brought so much pain and heartache to us all. As we all love Savanah and baby Fabian so much, we're starting this fundraiser in hopes to raise funds to help funeral expenses, to give our sweet Savanah and baby Fabian the funeral they deserve. Anything helps. If you can't donate, please share and repost, and please keep my family in your prayers as we deal with this tragic, heartbreaking loss. And so their fundraiser is actually working out really well. And I think this is the only one that I've seen for Savanah. Let me check the other ones. There's another one here. I don't know who this is. And this was created a day ago. D'Angelo Fuendo. I'm asking for help, please, to share this post. I honestly don't even feel comfortable sharing this GoFundMe. I'll put the link for this one here, and then maybe the Stepmothers in the description. So this one here says, I'm asking for help. Please share this post. I had insurance coverage. Oh, is this the father or something? Or I had insurance coverage for Matthew. I'm literally on the phone right now trying to make funeral arrangements and finding out the cost of my coverage my insurance had. We have not made an official GoFundMe. This is what I mean, confusion, right? I have heard rumors that his biological mother, Karen Hernandez, has made a GoFundMe for Matthew. I'm not sure why she's not, and honestly, this sounds like the stepmother to me, but I'm not sure why she's not handling any of this funeral expenses. And it seems that this is just a money grab for her, unfortunately. If a GoFundMe ends up being made, there will be an official statement made by me and his father. That's what I figured. That's stepmom talking. I could tell because I read all her Facebook posts, so I can tell how she kind of writes and some of the verbiage. Okay. Please let that be clear. We're in the process of trying to stop that GoFundMe and report it. Please report that GoFundMe. Thank you. This is my only GoFundMe account for Savanah Soto. So this is my only GoFundMe account for Savanah Soto. So you made this for Savanah? I don't know. And then we have another one. All right. D'Angelo is funding that one. That looks like a fake GoFundMe. It's confusing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. So this says Matthew Guerra. Okay. And when I was mispronouncing his last name, I guess before I wasn't intentional. I didn't mean disrespect. Okay. So it says here, Karen Hernandez. This is the biological mother for Matthew. And it says, who this will help. My name is Karen, and I'm raising money to bury my son, Matthew. He was murdered alongside his pregnant girlfriend. Why I'm fundraising? My son was brutally murdered alongside his pregnant girlfriend, Savanah, and noticed a picture with them together as he's a baby or like a toddler or like a couple of years old. Not saying they don't have other pictures together, because according to the stepmother, Matthew would see his biological mother like twice a year. I think she said Christmas and birthdays, something like that. The impact of your support. Your support means everything to me. If you cannot help, please share or repost. So those are the 5 GoFundMe's. I mean, to me, in my head, this is the legit one. And I can even double verify. I try to find that news. Let's see. This is from, I'll do it later. The news for San Antonio. I'll try to find it and double link back to this one here. I think this is legit. This one. I think the stepmother's is legit too. I'm not sure about the older brother. I don't know. Because the thing is, that she has a $20,000 goal and he has a $10,000 goal. And then you got mom here. I honestly believe the stepmother when she says the relationship that bio mom had with the son Matthew. to me, it seems like they're the ones taking care of Matthew's funeral, the stepmother and the father. And since they're not on a united front, you have all these GoFundMe's, and I think it confuses people. That's why I think Savanah's is kind of doing better. But the other thing too, I think a lot of people feel more sympathetic towards Savanah and the baby versus Matthew. You know, we still don't know, who did this for what reason. You know, was it the altercation with the brother? I mean, the jail incident that happened not the jail incident, the courtroom incident where there was a brawl, or was it something with Matthew and his dealings with drugs and stuff like that? Now, continuing on with this, trust me, definitely donate at your own discretion. You know, I've even had there's been times where I was doing YouTube and people would be like, yo, why don't you make a GoFundMe for a family or make a GoFundMe raise funds? I'm like, hell no. Why would I want to put my name and be responsible, have money running through me, where you know how much like liability, like drama could come my way? I'll share a link and I'll be like, hey, this is where the family's thing is, and I can promote that if it's verified, but I'm not going to run somebody's GoFundMe and take all the liability. I've had that happen multiple times where people are like, oh, why don't you run no. Hell no. The heck? And you hear the stories with some of these other YouTubers. I've heard some stories of YouTubers like, oh yeah, we're raising funds on behalf of blah, blah, blah. And then all kinds of drama happens. You know? I think the most legit way, like YouTube has a thing where you can do like charity donation, like live streams where literally you press some buttons, you click the company, and it goes directly to them. You know? Anyway, so Raquel here, she's catching heat now. This is stepmom. And it says, we also don't need a Cash App or anything else for any funeral expenses. The official one is the one on our page. So now people are kind of turning a little bit and kind of saying things like this. Someone take this lady's phone away. Go mourn, please. The contradictions are insane. All your posts have been about GoFundMe, so concerned about money. All you guys should come together with the proceeds and have a nice service. Legal parents have the right to arrange what happens, not step parent. Stay in your lane. That's probably true. That's it. That, I guess Raquel is trying to make these posts for dad. Maybe he's not social media savvy, but this is something too. I mean, dad can respect his wife or whatever, but this is something where mom and dad kind of need to like, but maybe mom is not willing. Maybe mom, some people you can't even work with, Legal parents have the right to arrange what happens on a step parent. Stay in your lane and help out, but do not overstep. Coming from a stepmom and mother, you are a support person. I would absolutely come unglued if my child's stepmother did this. She might not have been around much, but she still deserves closure. You're a stepmom, not an adoptive mom or bio mom. You have no rights. I have a lot of mixed feelings about that. It's a tough thing because if mom really hasn't been involved, like, yeah, she deserves whatever, right? Some stuff or whatever. But I mean, if you've been there all these years, I don't know how long Raquel's been in Matthew's life. Let's see if I can look at more comments from this. To try to refresh. I wonder if they closed this thing now. Let's see. Oh, she deleted it or something. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Mel, what is your email? Ikkenmel@gmail.com. You can send me that something. If you want to send me something now, you can send it there. What do you guys think in the chat? The stepmother seems well spoken. Yeah, if you tag me, if you go at Ikkenmel or you just type Ikkenmel in the chat, it literally highlights my screen if you're trying to get my attention. I still might miss it. There's a lot of people here, but you have more of a chance if you type Ikkenmel and then whatever you're saying. Brother said Matthew came back to dad when 18. The group was paused? Is that what it is? Let's see. So she definitely deleted the Cash App post. She was catching heat. The group is currently paused too. My friend told me about, I don't know, like this Facebook group stuff. Like I don't know the ins and outs, the operation stuff. I imagine it's got to be a lot. If you have 150,000 people there, Facebook is so like ridiculous with their like flagging and their moderation. They put you in jail. Like you can't say nothing. And these people like, so the page could get shut down easily. So my friend told me like they're probably pausing the group to go in and clean up the comments and to prevent the group from getting shut down. And somebody here said, need some clarification. The Streets and Saban, are they biologically related to Matthew or are they stepbrothers? I'm just confused whether they have the same parents. I thought the Streets was biologically related, but I don't know. That's actually a pretty cool picture. Whoever drew that. Oh shit, somebody said some nasty stuff. Drug dealers, women beaters don't go to heaven. I don't know. It's not for you to say who goes and who doesn't go to heaven, but we're pausing the group for a bit to catch up on alerts and comments. Yeah, I think they literally have to manage and moderate these comments because people will post stuff and some people will probably purposely try to get the group shut down. I wouldn't be surprised if there's other Facebook groups that are jealous of this group and they'll send people in to try to like trigger something in the algorithm to try to get it shut down, you know? This is an interesting comment. The Savanah Soto Fabian and Matthew Guerra case, sorry. This is truly sad. As a mother of four, I knew I had seen what looked like a booster seat. Most moms will know a car seat when you see one. I think most people know a car seat, but yeah, in the front seat while detectives were looking at the scene, you could see through the tent. I knew someone had to have been in the back seat by the amount of times they kept going to the back seat to look through the tent. It's very unfortunate what happened to them. I just talked to Savannah's cousin. Yes, Annalise and her boyfriend did it. Oh, God, they're still going on about this. Annalise used to date Savannah. So this is another thing that I kept hearing. I don't know if this is true or not. Annalise used to date Savannah's boyfriend, Matthew. Annalise is the TikTok girl. And she was jealous of Savannah, especially because Savannah was pregnant. Annalise claims she's pregnant. I doubt it. Savannah was killed first, and Matthew started screaming, and then they killed him. Absolutely heartbreaking. Well, cousin told you this. Savannah's little cousin, her half-brother is Savannah's blood-related cousin, but she still calls Savannah her cousin. Annalise deleted her TikTok account. She's probably about to delete everything else, but they can retract. I think now's the perfect time to segue to this. Let's play this woman's clip. Now, this woman, according to the caption here, where did I go? According to the caption here, it says that a member of the press has spoken directly to SAPD and gotten confirmation on a few things. I don't know if she's a member of the press, but, let's see what she has to say.
This video to clarify something and to put something out there with certainty, with facts. Everybody is coming for Annalise and her boyfriend, now saying that maybe her dad has something to do with it, that maybe that video of them in the hallway is related. And then there was the pew-pewing at the end of the video. I have contacted SAPD. I've spoken to them regarding this. For those who don't know, not only do I do the social media thing here, but I'm also a member of the press. And so when I spoke with them this morning, they have confirmed that Annalise's boyfriend and those three boys that are in that video are not connected with the disappearance and the passing of Savannah and Matthew. So I want to put that out there so people can stop coming for this kid, coming for them, and we can actually focus on who the real person is that they're looking for. Again, for certainty, confirmation through San Antonio Police Department, those 3 kids in that video have nothing to do at this point. At this time, they are not suspects at all in the disappearance or anything related to Savanah and Matthew. And the incident that occurred that night that you guys hear on over the Ring camera is also not associated with what happened with Matthew and Savanah. At this point, the police are not linking the two. They're not putting the connections together.
And as far as that Ring, the Blink video, the Ring camera, the video footage of that was released by this woman named Mona. I thought it was weird that like she kind of disappeared after. Let me see. Let me check her. Has she been posting? She hasn't posted anything since. I think it's kind of odd. Oh, she has posted facts. Let's see. Let me read what she said. I think it's kind of weird because I messaged her, DM'd her, she replied back to me. I'm like, hey, she put out the. Let me just show this right here. She messaged me. I messaged her. Sorry, I messaged her about this video that was put out. This whole thing where these guys are here talking, and you know. And the interesting thing to me is that she said she's afraid. She's afraid to live there, but these people now that live across from you know that you posted this publicly. You know, I don't know. And if you feel that they had something to do with her murder, Savanah and her boyfriend were murdered inside their car. These menace to society kids might have allegedly done something to them. But you're posting this, so I mean, people were kind of concerned for her safety. Anyway, she posted this like 30-second video, and the internet's in an uproar, right? And of course, because this guy here, TikTok's boyfriend, is in the video, got everybody swirled and going crazy. And then through some other TikToker, another part video is released where you hear these gunshots. I'm not sure why she didn't post that second part herself, why it was only released to a TikToker. I'm kind of confused by that. And a lot of people were like, oh, wow, they're involved with this murder, or like they know something, or this gunshots are from that night, and blah, blah, blah. And I had DM'd her, and she like replied back to me saying, I said, hi, Mona, it's Mel from YouTube, make it my page. A friend of mine reached out to you, and my friend gave her my phone number. She never called me or texted me. She doesn't have to, and I said, I saw someone post a part 2 to the video. It almost seems fake, or like audio or gunshots was added. It's really important if you could clear it up, because to me, it's like, this is put out, and it's, you know, without directly saying it's them, you know, she said allegedly. Now there's like these kids are like a target or something, right? Like they have a target on their back. Why not clear up and address the second video, right? I'm just saying this off the top of my head, but I told her it's really important if you could clear this up. All she says is, oh, wow. I have the DMs right here. All she says is, oh, wow. And I said, did you see the second part? And she says, gunshots. Like she doesn't know what I'm talking about, which to me, it's like just, you're the source of the video. You don't know the gunshot clip that was posted from this other time. How do you not know? Right? I just think it's a little weird. I even sent her the link because apparently she never seen this before, even though this guy is literally posting video from her front door, right? But she never seen this before. I sent her the link and she never replies back. I even called her last night because I would have liked her to address it just to clear some of the space, so she just never did. All right. And so that's her choice, right? Then, let's see here. Okay, so a couple hours ago, she made some type of post, and I'm sure people are probably blowing her up. Okay, I'm sure like maybe her DMs are blown up, maybe she just can't respond. But I just thought she could have made a public like something or whatever, right? Anyway, so she wrote 3 hours ago, I am sure a few are highly upset at the video circulating, but when I send countless emails calling police and trying to find solutions, something like this happens. An allegation of murder suspects, an allegation of criminal activity. Who do you think I was? Going to safety meetings for what? Knowing nothing is going to be done because most have hidden agendas behind closed doors. Anyway, also called affiliation. What's she talking about? Gang or what? All right, let's keep playing crazy. We can all go 365 days with these videos. I ain't never seen this much action in South Texas in one area. San Antonio's trash. See what this is here. And this is what they're saying. People are saying that the TikToker says she doesn't even know Savanah personally. Hello? Really? You did murder work? Where? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, I see it now. I didn't see that. Oh, okay. All right, thanks. All right. Bye. So my friend was just telling me now too, though, that she's now posted the videos with watermarks. You see Mona Harris. She posted as a real part 1. And now she posted, what did she post part 2? December 29th. That was yesterday. I didn't see her post this on her page. Let's see. Part 2. Yesterday, I didn't see this. And I think it's funny that when I message her about this, she acts like she's never seen this shit before. You know? I just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been accused of false shit, you know, like that whole situation last year. So, like, you know, when I see some stuff, I feel some type of way because, you know, we got to be a little bit careful. And then if you put something out like that, I think you should be a little responsible and kind of like address it or whatever. But I guess her post 3 hours ago, that was addressing it. And then she posted this article here. Who was an anonymous participant again? What the F is this ish? You must be anonymous, huh? What is she talking about? Let's take a look at this article. Social media is rife with speculation about what happened to the pregnant teen and her boyfriend Matthew, who was shot and found dead. In the wake of the incident, several online sleuths have dragged social media influencer Annalise, this is the TikToker we talked about yesterday, and her boyfriend into the case after the influencer made a few concerning statements regarding Savanah and Matthew's case. A social media user took a screenshot from an influencer's IG post where she appeared to deride the deceased, suggesting they deserve what happened to them. In the post, the influencer alluded to a feud she and her boyfriend had with a dead couple. Also, this anonymous participant. Yeah, who is this? Let's see. Oh, so somebody posted this like in a Facebook group or somewhere as anonymous. So I think that Mona feels some kind of way because she's the one that actually posted the video, but the article is just dubbing it like, who's this anonymous person? Who's this anonymous participant? Which, I don't know. The article should at least try to go for the source, you know, like give the source the proper whatever, but all right. So that's what she was upset about. Influencer Annalise concerning post about Savanah explored. Reportedly on Friday at 22nd, concerns were raised after Savanah was scheduled. We know the whole story already. What does this Annalise girl have to do with Savanah's case? I found her on TikTok. A lot of people are in her comments saying she has something to do with it. What's the situation? I hope police are looking into her. She's not denying or blocking her page. Seems odd. Bro, there's crazy people too. If you block the page, if you block somebody, you sus. If you don't block somebody, you sus. If your page is still up, you sus. If you take your page down, you're sus. You know, like there is nothing for illogical, irrational people. There's nothing you will ever do to satisfy the mob. I've been there. That's why I didn't even bother going back and forth on all that shit. You will never satisfy some of these people. All right. So let's finish. We sidestepped all that. I was just left yesterday perplexed a little bit with the whole Mona situation. You know, I don't know what's up with that. But again, I'll say it again, like I said last night. I don't think that this TikToker and this boyfriend So, you know, they don't seem like the best people for sure. They don't seem like the best people. Probably not. You know, I don't know. I don't think they actually murdered Savanah and Matthew and are on TikTok and like chilling, talking and going whatever. And anyway, this lady here, which I don't know her credentials, she claims to be a part of, you know, the media.
Yes, for those who don't know, not only do I do the social media thing here.
Oh, well, Carly said Annalise knew what she was doing, the TikToker. That night, so was it last night? Last night when we were on here, it's like all a blur. When we were watching a little bit of her Instagram live stuff, when she was live, the TikToker, we got off because at a certain point, like people were in the chat. My chat was like, yo, we can't take this. I don't even know what she's saying. You know, we got off. I forgot how long we were streaming. I think maybe 2 hours. I got off. I went to go to bed. I was laying down and my friend told me like, yo, she's still live. That TikToker. I think they're both enjoying the attention from this. I think they are.
But I'm also a member of the press. And so when I spoke with them this morning, they have confirmed that Annalise's boyfriend and those 3 boys that are in that video are not connected with the disappearance and the passing of Savanah and Matthew. So I want to put that out there so people can stop coming for this kid.
Somebody said Mona moved, right? I don't know. I did hear somebody say that she moved or something. I don't remember. Or did she say that?
For them, and we can actually focus on who the real person is that they're looking for. Again, for certainty.
And Mona, when I saw her Facebook, she has quite a bit of door videos of her posting. It seemed like she wasn't living in the best place. So she had posted like quite a few videos of like all these incidents that happened outside her door.
Confirmation through San Antonio Police Department, those 3 kids in that video have nothing to do at this point. At this time, they are not suspects at all in the disappearance or anything related to Savanah and Matthew. And the incident that occurred that night that you guys hear on over the Ring camera is also not associated with what happened with Matthew and Savanah. At this point, the police are not linking the two. They're not putting the connections together. There's a lot of phone calls coming in about it. And at this point, unless you actually have significant information related to the video of the man in the truck or people who may have actually hurt them, you guys, please don't keep calling in saying, oh, did you see the video? They are monitoring social media. They have other officers. And
literally, as I'm talking with you guys, right? As I'm streaming, talking with you guys, we're covering the story. I just got an email 3 minutes ago. I'm going to redact their name because I don't want anybody, you know. I'm going to redact their name, but this is why it was important to come on even tonight to address this, because people are still sending me the link to the situation we addressed at the very beginning of this stream, sending me the link to this, what seems to be a fake ass website with a link to Trevor Moore's arrested. Check this out. And they're saying that this is the guy that murdered Savanah, which for the people that just joined the stream, oops. The people that just joined the stream, again, this is somebody else. Okay, the guy Trevor Morris is somebody else. It's unrelated, not Savanah. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
Detectives monitoring social media, monitoring TikTok, monitoring the Facebook groups. They are 100% aware of everything that is posted. They're aware of every video. They are aware of all of the comments. So getting on people, getting on me saying, oh, but did you call them and did you report it? There's nothing to report. Any information, any conversation that I have in private with Annalise's boyfriend has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, she spoke with the guy, Annalise's boyfriend?
And absolutely does not need to be disclosed to anybody. Also, whoever's putting out this camera footage from the apartment complex, there's a reason, I believe, why there is no timestamp on it. There has been no confirmation of the time that all of this stuff took place. However, what I did confirm is that there is a significant time period between when Matthew and Savanah went missing and the incident that happened with them and when this took place in the camera footage, in the Ring footage.
There was a timestamp. She might have missed it, but there was a timestamp. We covered that on last night's stream. She had a timestamp for one of the videos. Whoever
did this to them is cold-hearted and calculated. The last case that I covered had a lot to do with somebody falsely being...
Yeah, I see you guys in the chat. when covering stories, I don't know this lady, and so, like I said, I don't know her, her credentials or anything like that, but I've had plenty of people many times kind of talk themselves up to have some sort of connection, some inside information, Hey, can I call you back? Streaming. Okay. All right. Bye. I've had situations where people kind of talk themselves up. I don't know if she is or not, but
accused and their entire lives being ruined and destroyed. I don't know. Have we not learned anything from that?
I know that's true.
Here we are doing it again.
That's true.
Targeting someone.
That's true.
Just because his girlfriend made a screwed up comment. Listen, there's no law that says, being a shitty person is a crime.
She's not saying anything wrong, though.
Her comments were shitty, but they weren't illegal, and it doesn't mean that they did what people are now trying to say they did. So again, confirmed by San Antonio Police Department that they are not being linked to what has happened with Savanah and Matthew, that camera footage.
Okay. So she claims to have talked to police. Now, let's see where we're at. Oh, this is another one that I thought was interesting. She might have taken this down. I'm glad that I've opened this stuff up and kind of saved it. I took some screenshots of some stuff. I think she might have taken this down by now. Let me see. Let me just read what I have up. I don't want to mess this up. So going back to this GoFundMe stuff, this money stuff, Raquel is the stepmother for Matthew. For anyone asking, yes, the most basic package that we found after searching for a couple of days was a Mission Funeral Home. The most basic package cost was $19,885. I will show the receipts and proof that all funds will be going to his funeral expenses. We have been going through a lot dealing with all this. I am pending for my insurance company to get back with me because since it was a homicide, we're pending to see if there's a clause that it will be covered that has taken days. Yes, we have also thought of filing for $6,000 for the criminal case assistance that could take 6 to 8 weeks. We need to lay him to rest. We already have release of his body, and we need to move fast to let him to rest. This whole ordeal has been exhausted. And just to clarify, I cannot discuss anything of the case, but there are some things that I have been holding to evidence and things that I cannot disclose. I don't want things to get ugly, and I will release the screenshots if needed right now. Our concern is too late. Our concern is too late. Matthew to rest. We wanted to have a vigil, but we could have a simple vigil without this extra expenses because our priority is for his funeral. The last thing that we want the public to know is that we do not need to GoFundMe for every little thing for Matthew or event. We only need one for his funeral expenses. All these extra GoFundMe's are unnecessary, and we do not want the public to not donate. Thank you. We're trying to accumulate funds for ourselves. If anyone would like to donate to the official GoFundMe, it's on my husband's Facebook page, Gabriel Guerra, or under my Facebook page, Raquel Guerra. We also have alerted news outlets, and I'll be making an announcement via news outlets. That would help her out. If they go through the news outlet thing and they get that official push, that could help them. But a lot, it's kind of backfired. A lot of people are just kind of they're kind of over, stop talking about money or whatever. I don't think there's anything wrong with them raising the funds, but because there's so many GoFundMe's now, there's just this back and forth, and it's going to make people wary. People are going to be a little bit uncomfortable, maybe once the suspects are caught, and maybe once people find out more of what happened, maybe this will, make people more comfortable. But I don't know, if it turns out to be, let's say, for example, I just theorizing, if it turned out to be it was something involving Matthew's alleged dealings with drugs or whatever else, and it was one of the issues that came upon them because of something he had done or whatever, it was some payback thing, they might have a hard time with that GoFundMe. And people just seem more sympathetic towards Savanah, even though, Savanah knew what was going on. She was in that life with him. I don't know if she was selling with him, but she knew what was going on. And again, not that any of them deserved it, but it's just what I'm kind of observing. And I also like, maybe somewhat agree with this too. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. Sometimes when you over-explain, I think it can potentially backfire. Trying to prove yourself to people, you know. And there's a lot of people like, what happened? Did your husband go and take the drugs from the apartment? What happened to the money, weapons, and drugs Dad took out of the apartment? The funeral home should be able to handle insurance for you and can likely resolve it in a quicker favor. Sorry for your loss. Also, to vouch, it cost us $17K. Wow, $17K for my daddy's funeral in 2016. I've never had to, you know, thank God, up until now, you know, the time comes for everybody, right? But I've never had to like figure out what I'm going to do for a funeral service for a family member. I've never had to figure out like insurance and costs. You guys in the chat, if you've had to deal with that unfortunate situation, if you had to, you know, for a family member or a friend, you've had to fund it or, you know, whatever. I've been to a funeral. I've never dealt with anything with like funding. What have you guys paid for in the chat? I guess it depends, right? What you want, you know, maybe the stone, the headstone, or whether it's going to be in one of those walls, or I'm sure it's probably complicated. I mean, I 10K. Shannon says 10K for my dad's last year. Buttercup says 13K for mom's funeral, and her plot was already paid for. Wow. 20K and up. 14K, 10K in Jersey. Rona says my dad was just killed in an accident on Labor Day this year. He was cremated. I'm sorry to hear that. Cremated this year, 10K. And cremation is like the cheapest, I guess, probably option that you can get. Damn, grandma's funeral, 29K. Them small, says. So I guess I can get up there. I really think that it's unfortunate that they don't have like a joined effort because of biological mom and the brother. Maybe he had good intentions, but this just doesn't look good. But he was still able to raise 1,000. You know, maybe he's figuring, I don't know, a concerted effort together would be better than multiple. I think it would look better. And I think the explaining, which I just think sometimes people that haven't dealt with like this kind of attention sometimes get caught up in the explaining thing, which I can kind of understand. You're just caught up trying to prove. And, you know, here's another post 3 hours ago. The last thing we wanted is extra stress and drama. Me and my husband, Matthew's father, have the official GoFundMe for his funeral expenses. Please let that be clear. I already heard of people impersonating my GoFundMe, and I just learned that his biological mother made another GoFundMe, which makes 3 GoFundMe's that are completely unnecessary, orchestrated by his biological mother, who has nothing to do with his funeral expenses or funeral arrangements. If that's true, if the biological mother has nothing to do as far as the financing, that's messed up, if that's true. This is not to take away the glory or anything of that matter. I tried to be civil for the sake of Matthew, and it doesn't seem to be happening. I have asked her if she will donate any of the funds she has accumulated for Matthew's funeral expenses, and she has not responded. And I believe her. When I believe what she's saying about the biological mother, I believe it. Again, this is the last thing we wanted or needed at this time. If needed, I will make those screenshots public. Lord, we have the official GoFundMe that is on my personal Facebook page and my husband's. Please share this. I was also notified that there was a GoFundMe made for a vigil for Matthew. So I didn't even see that. There's 5 GoFundMe's that I've pulled up in links and showed everybody. Apparently there was a visual GoFundMe too by the biological mother. Here it says, apparently that is not happening because a GoFundMe was not again discussed by us. Right now, our main concern is putting Matthew to rest and getting his funeral arrangements, not all these elaborate extra things that are unnecessary at this time. Please help me share that official GoFundMe on my page. So, I don't know. I'll put this one here that's been dubbed official, I think, by the news. And then I'll put the stepmothers in the description. Those are honestly the only ones that I feel like okay with putting in the description. And then I think Raquel, I think the best thing she could do is if they get the media to be like, okay, or they speak to the media and they're like, hey, this is official for the family. I think that would probably make people feel more comfortable. You know, probably. I think at this point, anything would probably help. And, you know, maybe they jumped the gun with talking about the life insurance that Matthew has, that the father has. I mean, I respect it being transparent, but then it kind of backfired a little bit because people were like, oh, but you have this life insurance, so why do you need the money? And blah, 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 yada, yada. You know, and I think they said that because they were just trying to say, hey, we got this. Bio mom doesn't have this. All right, let me check the super chats. Ronan, thank you for the 6 months membership. 6 months with the best channel on Discord. Thank you. Addie T, thank you for the gifts. 5 memberships. Gypsy says, love you, Mel. Most insurance companies take months to pay out. I believe that. I've never dealt with it, but I believe that. We're in here to judge, just to learn. G thank you for the super chat. Says straight up, his homies, Rankers, Cali people would have handled some sort of get back by now. Texas fools are scary. Shay says, when my uncle, thank you for the super chat, says, when my uncle passed, we had him cremated, no service whatsoever. It was over $3,000. Yeah, I mean, I do feel for them a bit. Like this is like a mess, a really messy situation to be in. Legit question: if your GoFundMe was $20,000, will it really cost that much for a funeral after insurance pays their portion? So, yeah, she's, it's been a lot of back and forth, and that's the GoFundMe drama. Let me see this post. That post, oh, she actually left it up. Okay. And the group is paused again. Oh, let me address this too. This is maybe the last thing that I need to talk about. Purple said, ask about wedding costs. Oh, I don't even want to. Kim Banning says, please look at and see his bro, The Street, has posted since. Yeah, let's check it out. Has posted since the live before they were found. I don't think he has. You know what I heard? I heard that The Streets, the brother, actually had went live on TikTok. I forgot his account name. I'm really curious what he has to say now. I forgot the account name. That was like Steven something. Hey. Oh, Steven Alex. 8 hours ago. Okay, there's something here. There's a couple of clips. All right, we can look at this next. We'll check this out. Thank you for mentioning that. So let me just knock this out real quick. So, Sirena, there was this whole drama situation yesterday that happened. It was kind of funny, but people were coming for Sirena. Now, Sirena, for the people that missed last night's live stream, which, by the way, all the live streams for the story I've been timestamping, so you can, you don't have to sit through the whole thing after the stream is done. You can kind of move your way around. Anyway, she had cooked for the family for the vigil. Her food looks good. She cooked for the family, but then during the vigil, there's a part where she recorded where everybody's like, and they got him, yeah, something like that. And so everybody's listening to that and like, wow, who'd they get? Like the suspect? Like they caught the murderer? that on top of the ring coming out, and that on top of these other people that were arrested that was completely unrelated, it had everybody in a frenzy. And this woman, Sirena, had said, watch out for the 10 o'clock news. And everybody's like, what? What? Everybody's scrambling. Well, what news? What news? Even Grizzly was looking for the 10 o'clock news, Grizzly Hood News. We were here looking for the 10 o'clock news, having 100 tabs open trying to find the thing. And the caption of her video said something like arrest made or arrest will be made or something like that. And then she said that, just watch for the news, that she wishes people were built like her. And so she insinuated to me as if something huge is going to be announced, and also that she had something to do with that she reported something or she reported the killer or something like that. And so nothing happened. So a lot of people were upset. And so they started coming for her. And there was a lot of funny posts. I mean, there was even one this morning. I don't think it was harmful. I don't think anybody was people were making fun of it. She disabled her comments. People just don't like to be tricked. Maybe she thought there was something that wasn't. The other thing too, when people screamed, oh, and they got him. Some people in the chat had said, and I thought this as well, maybe they were just referring to the video of the suspects on camera. They got them on camera. I think that's what they meant when they all said that. I didn't realize how active my Discord was. I wanted to show you a picture from this morning. I'm scrolling forever. I'm still at 5 p.m. Damn, you guys talk a lot. All right, whatever. It's gone. I can't search for this. Oh, that's yesterday. I passed today. Oops. It's my dumbass. Oh, thank you, Mo, for the awesome thumbnail. All right, I can't find a picture. It was just something like, good morning, everybody, but Sirena and the tacos, because she makes tacos. It was really funny. Hi, Mel. I sent you a link from the 8 Minutes news report earlier. Was it this one? Oh, is it this report? Sweet Rose, thank you for the 5. Thank you for the super chat. Can you tell me, so we should watch this? I haven't watched this myself, because a lot of the information is sometimes repetitive, but if you think we should watch this, you sent me this one, the National Desk? Or are you talking about a different clip? So the family wrote here, first off, me and my family would like to thank Sirena for going out of her way and cooking for our family some food. Unfortunately, we heard some disturbing threats, which I wouldn't be surprised if people, maybe, because there's always people on the internet that take things to the next level. So if people were making threats, that's not right. Made to her for this. She is a friend of the family. So if you can just please leave her alone and stop bashing her. Again, thank you, Sirena, for helping our family. Our family is truly grateful for you and helping us mourn in peace. And so now the same people that are probably talking shit about her today are like, how could they do that? They're horrible. Honestly disgusted. People attacking her. Can't imagine dealing with so much pain. The same ass people. I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's the same people, but okay. Let me see. Did you? Sweet. So many people in the chat. I can barely. Should we watch this video, Sweet? I can't see your name in the chat. Sorry, super chat. You can tag. Just type Icked Mel. April, I covered all that. Annalise, the TikToker, Kyrie is her boyfriend's name. Trevor Morris is somebody that's completely unrelated. He didn't murder Savanah. He has nothing to do with this situation. All right, we'll check this out. I'll kind of maybe skip through it.
Learned exclusive new details about this case. The News 4 I-team has learned exclusive new details about this case that potentially help explain why police have been so vague about what type of investigation they have on their hands. The I-team's Mariah Medina has all these details for us tonight. Mariah?
That's right. Law enforcement sources tell me that San Antonio police didn't find a firearm or the cell phone of Savanah Soto's boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, in the car that the pair were found in Tuesday afternoon. Sources also share.
So did they take it? He has firearms. They said they didn't find it in the car, so did they take his firearms?
Didn't find a firearm. That's right. Law enforcement sources tell me that San Antonio police didn't find a firearm or the cell phone of Savanah Soto's boyfriend, Matthew Guerra, in the car that the pair were found.
And don't let me forget, we're going to look at this TikTok too.
In Tuesday afternoon. Sources also sharing that Guerra's body was found in the back seat of the vehicle, while Soto was in the front passenger seat with a child carrier on her lap. I talked to Guerra's family, who tell me everything that they did to find the expectant parents and frustrations with that process.
But once it was like the 2:30 p.m. mark, we started panicking.
I feel like we watched this. Is there anything new in this clip? I don't think we need to watch this, do we?
Panic and non-stop calling and racing home.
I mean, this video came out today, and I haven't watched it, but it sounds like the same thing we've been
racing over there and
calling police.
Gabriel and Raquel Guerra say they called 911 when they sensed their son and his girlfriend were in trouble. The husband and wife, who live in Bexar County,
they took the gun and phone. Yeah.
Initially tried to file missing persons reports with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. Soto's family, who live in San Antonio, tried to file with San Antonio police. But because Guerra and Soto lived in Leon Valley, the report had to be taken by Leon Valley police.
Well, I was told that they were trying to get the three agencies, all the information they had, and combine them into one report.
As this was happening, Gabriel says he was racing to his son's apartment, kicking down the door after he didn't get an answer, fearing the worst.
The candle.
The candle was on.
That was another sign that they had a candle on.
Gabriel says.
Yeah, so the whole kicking down her door, you know, they say he said he kicked down her door to check for, I guess, his son and safety, but other people had said he took things out of the house.
The lit candle and Savannah's diaper bag being left behind told them something was wrong. The house, he says, showing no signs of a struggle. Gabriel says he asked the Leon Valley police detective assigned to the case if they could track his son's cell phone location. He says a detective told him it was unlikely a judge would grant a warrant for that because there weren't exigent circumstances.
And he basically said they're adults. If they want to disappear, they can disappear. And again, I reminded him, you know, the baby's overdue. It's been overdue. They missed their due date, and to me, that's a life-threatening. You know, there should have been more urgency.
We reached out to the Leon Valley detective assigned to the missing persons case to see if a warrant was ever sought. The detective replied that he was instructed by the Leon Valley chief of police to direct questions about the investigation to San Antonio police. He stated that he was not authorized to make any further comments.
I never knew a pain like this existed. You know, you hear about a parent losing a child and you're like, man, I can't imagine what they're going through. It's exactly how it is. You can't imagine it.
The couple, expected to become first-time grandparents this holiday season, now mourning a son, a grandson, and their would-be grandson's mother.
I just hope we can get to the bottom of this and justice be served, because I just can't fathom how anybody could do that.
Yeah,
to a pregnant woman. I just can't get that out of my head.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch this whole thing. We saw this the other day. There is some other stuff that there's a couple other things that I thought was interesting, and this was emailed to me today. And this is, I believe, is the apartment complex or where the bodies were found. At least that's what I was told. And some of the reviews are interesting. Let's see here. I think we can skip this one. Actually, let me just hold on a second. Let me get the ones that was sent to me. Okay, here it is. No. I'm just gonna, so we don't have to go through a bunch of endless stuff. I'm gonna download the screenshots that was sent to me for the reviews. We'll just show what they sent me. So check this one out. This was December 6, 2021. Cheap rent, but the worst apartments to live in. So many people have died out there. It's actually mind-bothering. The year that I lived out there, 3 people died, including my downstairs neighbor. This year, 2021, 4 people have died. My car was hit in crossfire from a shooting while it was parked, and they'll throw your stuff out on the lawn if being evicted, even if you're doing it yourself. There's another screenshot I was sent. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. This was 2016. This is the absolute worst place I have ever lived. And I lived in some pretty house/apartments. Crappy house/apartments. My first visit here before moving in made me really question the place. There were toddlers running around the streets, window awnings hanging off the walls, garbage all around the dumpsters, fences falling apart, junk around everyone's entrances, and one of the residents gave me the most evil look. I later found out she has mental illness or a mental illness, but still made me so uncomfortable. Upon moving in, the apartment smelled terribly of smoke, despite there being a no smoke rule. Other than that smell, the interior space was great with the new paint, carpet, tile flooring, and large windows. As far as the neighbors, they are some of the most sketchy people I have ever met or I've met. Most of them friendly but sketchy. After living here for 2 days, the lady to the left came to me and asked, she didn't send me the whole screenshot. Now, in continuing the conversation about the apartment place, Bossy just sent me this. Okay, so this person posted, born and raised here in San Antonio. I work in the medical center, which is about 5 minutes or so drive to the apartment complex they were found. I've never been to this specific complex before, but I'm familiar with this area of the town. The picture and short video is from a couple of hours after my shift. Obviously, it's nighttime, but in this particular area in which they were found, it's extremely dark. I parked for a minute, stepped outside my car just to take it all in. It was eerily quiet. Let's just take a look. Oops, sorry.
I found it. I turned off my video because I wasn't really sure where exactly in the complex it was, but this is where it's at, and people have some candles going for them.
For the body of the phone.
I found it. I turned off my video because I wasn't really sure where exactly in the complex it
M71 said no HOA in the hood.
Was, but this is where it's at, and people have some candles going for them.
So yeah, that, and let me see if I have anything else. I think that was it. Oh, the TikTok stuff. Oof, almost forgot. This is Matthew's brother. Okay, there's some clips people, I guess, I don't know, they call it stitching or something. They take clips. So let's take a look.
I'll never get to meet or see his son. I'll never get to hug him again, never get to smoke one with him, drink with him. I'll never get to have any more memories with my brother because he is gone. He is gone.
Is he driving or just maybe just the passenger?
My brother is gone. There is no updated information at this time. Still haven't found the people. Everyone's making all these assumptions and videos of who the person could be. We don't 100% know who the suspects could be. We have a hinge, but I'm not gonna speak on about an ongoing investigation. They made an arrest on somebody that was connected to something totally different. It just looked like it could have been something to do with my brother because it was aggravated kidnapping, but that was a completely different person. So
even the brother here addressing all this information that was misinformation.
Yeah. Right now we're trying to find out who the man in the truck was. everyone has their speculations and assumptions on who it could be, but like we need to know that it's the right person. There is no.
By the way, I clicked Matthew's brother's TikTok profile, and he has a link for a GoFundMe. So the person here, he's the one that actually started this GoFundMe, I believe, or I don't know. This is Sabian Hernandez, and this is Sabian Matthew's older brother. So yeah. Okay.
Updating information.
And so the streets profile too, somebody asked me to look it up online. He hasn't made any posts since that day about his the day he did about his brother. So, and I think that's it. That's all we have for tonight, man. Just wanted to bring you guys. I've been all day collecting, and Flossie's been sending me stuff too, keeping an eye out so we can actually come and hang out. Let me check one more thing too here real quick. No, nothing ever came out. Okay.
Bombshell.
Okay. Glad I didn't wait longer for tonight to come on. Okay, DD's Craft. Did you hear anything about Matthew's ex-girlfriend? No, I haven't heard anything. People were saying that that the TikTok girl was Matthew's ex, but I have seen no proof of that. Kitty, thank you for the 11 months. Gerber, grow up plan for your kids. You Melon Peeps. Brett Bomb, thank you for the 10 months. As this case is crazy. Thank you for the coverage. Amanda, thank you for the 18 months membership. Appreciate that. So yeah, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna be on high alert. I don't know if we're really gonna get any updates, especially Saturday or Sunday. Sunday's New Year's Eve, and then Monday's New Year's Day. It's the weekend. You know, unless they catch them this weekend, I don't really see there being news updates or police updates. And I feel like everybody's just at the edge of their seat, waiting for some kind of update, waiting for these people to get caught. But then, you know, police released this video, and I'm thinking like these people, if they're smart, they got to be trying to run and hide. Or maybe they'll cross the border. You know, maybe they're gonna hightail it and get out because they know what's coming, and everybody is looking for them. Shirley says, watch the video of the car. You will see two flashes. Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, we saw the video, Phoenix. We did see the video a couple times, the fight breaking out. Oh, and make sure you subscribe to my second channel. We did a case today earlier, and there was a little bit of a standoff. It was fun. It was pretty fun. Let me just put it in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the second channel, because right now I'm currently trying to save notifications for the story if something happens. And I mean, and if I go out this weekend, which I'm going out tomorrow, I'm going to bring my laptop with me. I'm going to make sure I charge it tonight and have all my settings ready in case I'm out and they find the suspects. I'll just jump on my laptop. Alana says, are we having another music party for New Year's Eve like last year? I don't know what I'm doing New Year's Eve. I don't have the baby this year, so for New Year's. And so I don't really know what I'm planning. Like, I normally do something with my family. Most of the time I have my daughter, but I don't have her this year. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing. And I don't like to do crazy stuff. I'm very low key. I'm either at home or like we go to a restaurant with my family and then go home after. I don't know if I'll do a music stream. The thing with music streams now, I think with this channel is just too much risk, you know? And so if I start playing a bunch of copyright music, I don't know. I just feel like the more subscribers you get and the higher you get, you got to be a little bit careful. Hey, Anna, how you doing? You got to be a little bit careful. Oh, and somebody said in the chat earlier too to check for Rosie Blanchard updates. So this woman's free, right? Finally free. Or was it Gypsy Blanchard? I don't remember too much of the story. There's a documentary that I thought about watching. This is the girl I think that killed her mother, but like she went through some pretty horrible stuff. Helping kill her mother. Gypsy Blanchard, who admitted to helping her boyfriend kill her abusive mother in a case that generated national attention, was released from prison on parole. She pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in 2016 after confessing that she convinced her boyfriend to stab her mother, Dee Blanchard, to death as she slept. So, Blanchard was a victim of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a rare syndrome which a caregiver fakes, exaggerates, and induces illness in a child to gain attention. Dee was found to have convinced those around her, including doctors, that her daughter was afflicted by leukemia and muscular dystrophy, among other ailments. So there's like a HBO documentary. I think there's the Mommy Dead Dearest. I've heard of that. I don't think I've watched that. But anyway, she's free. She's now free out of jail. She did her time and she's taking selfies. Let's see if I can find her first selfie. I don't know why I can't find the selfie. It's been everywhere. All of a sudden it's gone. What the? Okay, here it is. Gypsy Rose. She's on the come up, man. Gypsy, let me show you the selfie. Gypsy's on the come up. Damn. That's her right there. 3.5 million subs. Public figure, public speaker, author advocating awareness about Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Is that the first one? Oh, no, this is the first one. 4.8 million reactions. Wow. Glow up. The glow up is real. I saw a comment that somebody was like, oh, she had, I don't know, 200,000 or something like that. They went to sleep, woke up, and she had over 1 million. Would you date her though? Any guys in the chat? Oh, there's not a lot of men in the chat. Would you date her? Or would you be concerned? Like, I don't know, is she gonna snap or something? 3.5 million. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the story, but she was being abused, you know? So, and she did her time. Sister love. Oh, that's her sister. Oh, she got a sister. Okay. And then now she's posting her Facebook. She's gonna get the Facebook glow up. Warning, oh, this is a fake account. Oh, they're already making fake accounts. Warning, watch out for my fake Gypsy accounts like this one. My Instagram is verified and I'm working on my verification on other social media. Please be mindful of what accounts you see and follow. Oh, okay. The scammer's gonna make her come up too. She's married? Did she marry a woman in jail? Is that what I heard? So she left the boyfriend or whatever, right? And did she marry somebody in jail? Married in prison? Hell to the no. Oh, Ryan? Oh, okay. Somebody, I heard somebody said she got some woman in prison or something. Wow, she's married? So is that the guy? Because I saw Cinema Shogun talking about this, and there was some guy that almost looked like Jared from Subway. Cinema Shogun. Let me see. He showed this guy that Gypsy was with.
Gypsy Rose.
Oh, man, maybe it doesn't look like Jared, but I guess they're out shopping. And he showed this picture of them. Gypsy out with her man. So when did they meet? Did they meet in prison? Like, did she start talking with him in prison? Or when she got out of prison, he's trying to get a glow up too or something? She's married to a man. Okay. Uh-oh. Is this the suspect? Just kidding. Kidding. Thank you, music. Appreciate that. That's what it is. Yeah, that's the guy. So she's married, living her life. She's gonna probably have a lot of opportunities, probably TV deals. I heard Cinema talking about like a reality show. I don't know if he was just referencing it's like a reality show or that she's actually getting one, because I was listening, but I was doing things in the background. Oh, she's married while in prison. Okay. Daisy. Wow, met online through a date prisoner app. Wow. Okay, well, she's doing her thing. Walkabout Bridge, hey. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, I think she's definitely getting money. They're definitely offering her some deals and stuff. Very interesting. And how's the reception? It seems like a lot of people are happy for her. It seems like, from what I've seen in the comments, a lot of people are. Somebody said, "Run for president." We love you, Queen. People, yeah, it seems like a lot of people are happy for her. I'd watch it if she came out with something talking about it. I mean, I think there's documentaries already, but if she comes out with something new, I'd watch it. I'd check it out. I think she hooked up with another controller. That'd be crazy. Leanne says, learn the story, please, before commenting. I mean, I can comment on it. The live stream is not about Gypsy. It's about Savanah and Matthew. But a lot of times we have free-flowing conversations, so I just want to look at a picture and comment on it a little bit. If I do an actual live stream on the topic, yeah, I'm going to research it or whatever, of course. I wouldn't just come on and like do a live stream with Gypsy in the title and be like, all right, there's some type of picture and I think she killed her mother or something like, come on. Okay. Oh, so somebody here, I got an email said, Stacy says, if a fetus does not breathe a breath, it's not considered a life in Colorado. I was shocked by this law. I'm not shocked by it. Some people could be. Learned this, watched Danelle Lane case in Dave's Lemonade channel. A pregnant woman, Michelle Williams, was attacked and her 8-month fetus removed, resulting in her near death and the death of the child. Here's the link. I was curious about that.
In March.
That's a 57-minute video. We can't watch that now, but let me just type in the name. It doesn't surprise me because if people don't consider like a fetus, there's people that don't consider it a human and stuff. Like, so, and there's like laws and stuff. So for those people, if you kill a 8-month fetus, it doesn't surprise me that there's people out there that are like, oh, well, that's just nothing. Let's see. Michelle Wilkins to Dino Lane before baby cut from wound. Dallin Lane sentenced to 100 years imprisonment. Well, for attacking a pregnant woman, then cutting her baby from the womb. That's crazy. But over here it says Lane was found guilty in February of attempted first-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault, 2 counts of second-degree assault, and unlawful termination of pregnancy. Oh, so they still got her for something. Okay. Elaine was hit over the head with a lava lamp, so she was lured off a Craigslist ad for baby clothes, which I've actually covered stories like that. Woman getting, you got to be careful too. I've heard of stories like that. Woman being lured offline, these Craigslist ads, baby clothes, free clothes. Wilkins recounted the attack in her testimony during the trial. Lane hit Wilkins over the head with a lava lamp and stabbed Wilkins in the neck with a broken glass. Lane then cut Wilkins' abdomen, taking the unborn baby and leaving Wilkins for dead. The baby, later named Aurora, did not survive outside the womb. Lane was not charged with murder in the baby's death because of Colorado law. There you go. Not surprising. Not surprising. That's interesting, though. Thank you for that. That's what I was wondering. So, but it's different in Texas, I guess. I do have merch, but honestly, man, I need to up it. I need to kind of. I have some stuff on there now, but I want to clean it up, and I want to add some chase stuff. I want to add some more fun stuff on there. That's why I don't really mention it right now. I have a couple of things there, but I feel like once I renovate the site and make it, more nicer. I like some of the cups on there, but it just needs more stuff. Tracy says a lot of women who are full term and pass away, their body will birth the baby automatically. So I think that's why people were asking about Savanah and like what happened, like, when she was killed, what could she have still birthed the baby, But I don't know if you're shot in the head, though. I don't know. Does your body still release and like do stuff? I don't know. That's a good question. I saw a lot of people asking about that. The semi driver, I was talking about that earlier, Cashette, on the second channel. The only thing that I saw so far is that he's still in the hospital and he's being charged with like evading. So far, that's it, just evading. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for that to see what else comes of that. Robodog apparel, that'd be hilarious. Darlene Haynes, same thing happened to her. It's pretty wild how that can happen, how somebody can kill a baby and not be charged for killing a baby. Like, what? Let me check out this thing. It was a case of fetal abduction. Hello? Okay, thanks. It was a case of fetal abduction, cruelty, and murder that made international news with gory headlines like Fetus Snatcher and Womb Raider in the summer of 2009, involving two former neighbors in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm sure I'm going to get emails about that. Apartment building, one woman in her early 20s, the other in her mid 30s, both pregnant, both struggling. Each seemed to lean on the promise of a new baby to offer a glimmer of hope in their relatively ordinary existence. Darlene Hayes was a 23-year-old mother of three with a new baby on the way, whose innocence, trusting nature, and desire for friendship killed her. Her murderer was another mother with a sick need so strong that she would commit a gruesome murder and steal her baby from her. When Darla was found dead in her apartment, it didn't take very long to figure out that the woman who had been parading around with a premature infant and absolutely an implausible story was responsible. Wow. Let's see. Look at a news article. Texas Tribune. This is the Texas law here. Oh, there's a lot of reading. Let's see, is there a chase going on? Stolen vehicle. Pursuit. All right, we'll keep an eye out. In the meantime, let's just take a look at this. We'll end off soon here. And we'll kill a little bit of time. If there's a chase, we can transfer to the second channel. All right, does a fetus count in the carpool lane? Oh, Texas abortion law. Oh, I didn't want to say that word. Creates new questions about legal personhood. Oh, I remember that whole drama with that lady. I forgot what ended up happening to that lady. No U.S. or Texas laws on fetal personhood. Although constitutional amendment granting fetal personhood has been introduced more than 300 times into Congress, it has never gained significant traction. The U.S. Supreme Court has also declined to weigh in on fetal personhood. In the recent Dobbs decision, Justice Samuel Alito wrote, "Our opinion is not based on any view about if and when prenatal life is entitled to any rights enjoyed after birth." Let me see here. Okay. That's what I needed to read. Thank you. For nearly 20 years, Texas has also afforded fetuses legal rights when it comes to criminal cases. That's good. The Texas Penal Code was updated in 2003 to identify an unborn child at every state of gestation, from fertilization until birth. as individual cases for murder and assault. That's amazing, and that's good. It's amazing to me that some states, I don't know, they have problems with that. Okay. All right. I guess we're good. I was waiting to see if that chase happens. Yeah, Ikenmel CC is the second channel. Oh, I'll put the link in the chat so people are wondering. Let's see, 1 hour and 45 minutes. I told myself I was going to do 1 hour. We're here 2 hours. The admin group is still paused too. All right, well, I guess I'll call it a night. I was waiting a minute to see about this chase, but nothing's happening right now. But yeah, follow me on the second channel. Actually, I could do something. If you're, let me do this. Might not be a bad idea. Let me do this real quick. I'm not going to go live on the second channel, but I'm just going to make a live called subscribe. And I'll move everybody over there after this, and you can just hit subscribe and then go to sleep. But with this live, make sure that you have all notifications turned on. Just this channel in general. Just make sure it's not, I forgot what the default option is, but you have to click it again, the bell, hit all notifications so you don't miss the live streams, hopefully. And yeah, if you can hit the like button, and you guys have a safe weekend. Also, if you haven't seen my community post on this channel, check it out. There was a lady, a subscriber, that her son died, 18 years old, and she told me about this I think yesterday or a couple of days ago. And I had a conversation with her in email, and I felt really, really sad for this woman, like really bad. So she sent me a picture of her and her son, and she sent me a little bit of the story, and just the message was, just, hold on to your loved ones, drive safe, be careful who you get in a car with, all kinds of stuff. I've heard of stories like this too. It was really, really sad. I felt emotional that night after I got off live. So if you want to check out that post, just go to my YouTube page, Ikenmel, and on the tab that says community, you can read about that there. Okay. This. And yeah, be really careful driving on the roads. I read an article stating that this time of year is like the most or I think it's New Year's Day, most dangerous time to drive. Oh, did I screw up? Okay. Boom. So I set up the live. Perfect. Strawberry says, do you think you might cover anything if they release anything on New Year's Eve? I'm going to have my laptop on me. The only thing I have planned so far is tomorrow, which is not even New Year's Eve, but tomorrow I'm going to a dinner, and I'm going to take my daughter out. But I'm going to bring my laptop with me. New Year's Eve, I'll be home chilling. I don't think I'm doing anything. And I don't know if like at 12 I'm doing anything, but more than likely I'll be around the house. I won't be like far away. So I'll jump on, even have to jump on my laptop. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining. Love you so much. Have a good night. Be safe. Peace. After I end this, it's going to redirect you to my second channel. I'm not going to go live on there right now, but it's called Subscribe to This Channel. Just hit subscribe when you go over there. Appreciate that, all right? Oh, no, I am too bare. Wait till your daughter starts riding the school bus. Nah, I'm driving her like I drive her now. I'm driving her every day. I'm getting up in my ass in the morning and driving her to school. I'm picking her up in the afternoon. I'm not the school buses are crazy. Those kids are crazy. Crazy kids these days, they're nuts. Wild. Hell no. I think out all the time that I have this job, this YouTube thing, I hope that I can keep this like this full-time YouTube. I hope I don't have to go back to a regular job. You never know what life holds. But yeah, no, I'm taking Maddie to school. Hell nah. All the videos I've seen with these kids, they're nuts. Wild. If you saw that movie, was it Leo? Yeah, the movie Leo on Netflix, where the turtle and the reptile and the kids are taking care of the reptiles, and every time they show those little kindergartners or whatever those kids are, they're running around like wild. That's how I see kids. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop.